The story begins on a busy street where a luxury car pulls up. Shen Yuan, the main character, gets out of it. Passers-by are surprised that he has changed his car again for a new one. Soon a girl comes out of the car. Passers-by notice that Shen Yuan, having barely entered the university, is already dating a goddess sophomore in the stewardess class. They consider him lucky. The bespectacled guy says it's not surprising because he is handsome and rich, so he has the right to choose his partner. The bald man adds that Shen Yuan is not just a freshman, but owns a whole monopoly, and almost all the freshman girls are in love with him. Shen Yuan and his girlfriend are walking down the street. The girls on the balcony notice them, and one of them asks if Zhou Wenting's body is better than hers. She says that she only hesitated for a bit, and then spent half a day getting ready, and now she regrets it. She asks her friend if she still has a chance. Her friend replies that she has to make her own opportunities and not let Zhou outshine her. Shen Yuan and his girlfriend are walking through a shopping mall. However, his luxurious lifestyle, envied by everyone in his freshman year, comes to an end. Due to a disaster, his family's 3 travel companies go bankrupt, and they are left with $1 million debt. Shen Yuan asks his friend Lao Zhan if they want to go to an internet cafe and play, but the latter replies that they are not that close. The roommate says that Shen Yuan is no longer the rich man who could call and leave them at will. Standing on the rooftop, Shen Yuan realizes that his former friends are avoiding him. He realizes that his carefree days are over, and now he has to live in a dormitory while his parents and sister live in a rented apartment. Shen Yuan doubts whether he can live a decent life. At that moment, Zhou Wenting tells him that they should stop communicating and not meet anymore. She hopes he will find a girl who will understand him. Shen Yuan is shocked. He asks how she can dump him after 3 years of a relationship. Zhou explains that they weren't romance novel lovers, and their feelings weren't what he thinks they were. As they walk to the car, she tells him not to call her Tin anymore as it sounds ridiculous, and it's best they don't see each other again. Shen Yuan asks her to wait and asks if she can return the designer bags he gave her. Zhou is outraged and says that she's only gotten a couple ugly bags from him in their 3-year relationship, and now he wants them back. Shen Yuan says he doesn't need the money, but he would like to fulfill their old wishes. Zhou sends him to hell and gets in the car. The driver asks Zhou if Shen Yuan needs a ride. The man refuses. The driver says they are in no hurry and worries that Shen Yuan won't be able to handle such a blow. Shen Yuan thinks that if he doesn't stand up for himself, he will remain a fool in their eyes. He tells the driver that everything is fine and thanks him for his concern. He tells Zhou that she's a good girl and asks the driver to take care of her. He then adds that she likes to use Akimoto 001 condoms, doesn't like expensive stockings, and goes crazy for cop and nurse uniforms in bed. The driver is outraged. The car drives away, and Shen Yuan says that the driver didn't hear the most interesting thing. He looks up at the sky and says it doesn't concern him anymore, and hopes Zhou will be happy. Suddenly, an obscure system activated, explaining that everyone should strive for the life they deserve. The perfect life system began to load. Shen Yuan saw the characteristics of his character above him: name, age, height, weight, amount of money, health, energy, and lack of skills. He didn't understand what was happening and thought it was a hallucination. The system notified you that the download was complete. Ideal life requires money and admiration of the opposite sex. A task was activated. Spend money on a person of the opposite sex with an affinity level of more than 60 and earn his admiration. The reward is a 3-fold return of the spent money, and if you increase the closeness by 3 points, 6-fold. Only personal funds can be used. Shen Yuan thought it was a joke or a hallucination and tried to get rid of the system. At this moment, a girl, Li Xiao, the professor's assistant, called out to him. She said that she had seen his breakup with Zhou Wenting and wanted to support him. She advised him not to get upset as next time would be different. Shen Yuan saw a heart and the number 65 above her head, which meant the level of closeness. He realized that the system was real. Li Xiao reminded him about the scholarship, but Shen Yuan refused, saying that his family needed much more money. She suggested that he go to her for help, even for love matters. Shen Yuan thought Li Xiao was perfect for the task and decided to test the system. He invited her for milk tea and she accepted. After buying the tea for 6 yuan, 18 yuan returned to his account. Shen Yuan realized that he could endlessly spend money on Li Xiao and make money from it as long as the sympathy level remained above 60. He decided to use this opportunity to pay off his family's debts and become richer. But he only had 99 yuan, so he had to find a way to earn more and find other girls for assignments. Shen Yuan counted his assets: 8,000 yuan in gold bars, 20,000 loans, 21,285 yuan from the business, and 99 yuan in his account. The total was 49,684 yuan. He decided to buy Li Xiao an expensive bag to win her favor. He bought a bag from the spring collection for 39,800 yuan and decided to say it was a fake. Coming to her door, he didn't know if she had a boyfriend. Li Xiao opened the door and asked what he was doing here. Shen Yuan apologized for disturbing her and noticed that she was cooking. Li Xiao asked what he needed. Shen Yuan said that he wanted to thank her for the care she had shown him during his 3 years of training. He held out an expensive 40,000 yuan bag to her. Li Xiao was surprised and said that she couldn't accept such an expensive gift as she is only his teacher and this is her job. Shen Yuan replied that the bag was a 200 yuan fake and it was just a token of his gratitude. Li Xiao hesitated and accepted the gift, promising to repay him on his birthday. At this moment, the kitchen smelled smoke, and Li Xiao ran to check the burning dish. She invited Shen Yuan to join her for dinner. He thought that as long as Li Xiao didn't mind, he could continue doing the system's tasks. The system notified him that 119,400 yuan had been credited. Shen Yuan rejoiced when he calculated that the net profit was 80,000 yuan. He felt a surge of pride that he had earned this money by himself. Li Xiao asked what he was thinking about and invited him to the table. Shen Yuan noticed that there were only 2 plates on the table and asked where her boyfriend was. Li Xiao replied that she didn't have a boyfriend. Li Xiao tried to take off her apron, but she couldn't do it, so our boy decided to help her. He pressed himself against her, but she thought he was hitting on her. At this moment, Ming, Li Xiao's younger sister, appeared. She was surprised to see Shen Yuan in her sister's apartment and suspected something wrong. Li Xiao introduced Shen Yuan to her sister. Ming, not hiding her displeasure, accused Shen Yuan of dishonest intentions. Li Xiao tried to calm her sister down by saying that Shen Yuan was just her student. Men, however, stuck to her opinion. Walking outside, Shen Yuan wondered who to spend his money on now. He decided that Li Xiao was a good option as she was, not like Ju who only chased after money. At that moment, he ran into his roommate, Huang Haibao. Huang Haibao told him that his lover, Fang Minghui, had gone to the movies with another guy. Shen Yuan remembered that Fang Minghui was an excellent student and Huang Haibao's unattainable goddess. Huang Haibao, seeing the 2 girls walking by, got excited and said that he still had a chance. Shen Yuan thought to himself that Huang Haibao had lost all sense of dignity. At this moment, Shen Yuan noticed that one of the girls had an affinity level of 72, which was even higher than Li Xiao's. He was surprised and wondered how to use this. Feng Minghui was walking down the street when her friend whispered that Shen Yuan had been dumped by a girl. Feng Minghui was surprised. The friend rolled her eyes, expressing her disdain for Shen Yuan. She reminded Feng Minghui that she was the first to speak to him during the military training and even gave him water. The friend considered this as rich arrogance, especially after Shen Yuan's family had gone bankrupt. She stated that anyone would have dumped him, and it was good that Feng Minghui was not in a relationship with him. Feng Minghui sighed, not knowing what to say. Shen Yuan looked at Feng Minghui, pondering why her sympathy level was dropping so fast. He noticed that the number had dropped from 72 to 69 and panicked. Shen Yuan decided to take action. Shen Yuan turned to his roommate, Huang Haibao, and asked if he would mind if Shen Yuan and Feng Minghui started dating. Huang Haibao replied that he wouldn't mind as long as she wasn't with Li Shenping. He doubted that Shen Yuan would be able to win over a girl like Feng Minghui given his current financial situation. Shen Yuan thanked him and stated that he was going to take action. Shen Yuan walked up to Feng Minghui and her friend. He asked Feng Minghui if she was free tomorrow and invited her to dinner at Star Sushi Kaiseki restaurant. Feng Minghui's friend questioned whether Shen Yuan had the money for such an expensive restaurant. Shen Yuan ignored her and invited Feng Minghui to help him choose a gift for his sister after dinner. He asked her to give her an answer before tomorrow noon and left. Huang Haibao was shocked by Shen Yuan's determination. Feng Minghui asked her friend if she should go to dinner with Shen Yuan, given that she had recently gone to the movies with Li Xianping. Her friend supported her, noting that Shen Yuan was handsome, and if his family got rich again, he would surpass Li Xianping. The friend took Feng Minghui's phone and promised to reply to Shen Yuan on her behalf. Feng Minghui agreed. The next evening, Feng Minghui and Shen Yuan went to the booked restaurant. The waiter presented the ordered set menu for 2. Feng Minghui remarked that Shen Yuan's family was having a hard time and said that they shouldn't have spent so much money. Shen Yuan replied that it was fine and that the Japanese food here was delicious. Shen Yuan looked at Feng Minghui and blushed, remembering her lush form. He tried to calm down. Feng Minghui asked why he invited her to dinner and if it was really just to choose a gift for her sister. Shen Yuan honestly replied that he had always wanted to invite her to dinner, but never found the right occasion. The number above Fung Minghui's head abruptly dropped to 66. Shen Yuan thought that she didn't like his answer. He remembered her buying him water during his military training and texting him at night. The sympathy level rose to 67. Fung Minghui blushed and asked if he remembered that. Shen Yuan replied that he remembered it. The sympathy level went up to 70. After dinner, they went to the cash register. The employee called out the amount 2774 yuan. Shen Yuan paid it. Fung Minghui's sympathy level rose to 73. She thought that this dinner was almost equal to her monthly expenses, while Li Xianping, having money, was stingy. After payment, a system notification appeared. The system gave Shen Yuan a temporary task. Spend money on a girl with a favorability rating above 60 and win her respect. Reward: triple the money spent and double if the favorability increases by 3 points. Shen Yuan looked at the number 76 above Fung Minghui's head and thought that it was freaking amazing. Fung Minghui, blushing, thought that Shen Yuan was becoming more and more pleasant and took his hand. They came to the Guaojin shopping center. The old man saw Shen Yuan and was surprised. Zhu Wanting, Shen Yuan's ex-girlfriend, thought that he had brought a new girl. The old man thought scornfully of Shen Yuan's poverty. Shen Yuan saw them and took Fung Minghui to another store. The old man and Zhu Wenting blocked their way. The old man said that Shen Yuan couldn't afford to shop in this place. Zhu Wanting tried to dissuade Fung Minghui from talking to Shen Yuan. Shen Yuan stood in front of Fung Minghui and objected. The old man reminded Shen Yuan of his bankruptcy. The system gave Shen Yuan a new task: spend money on a girl with a favorability rating higher than 60 and cause negative emotions in others. Reward: double the money spent for every 5 points increase in negative emotions. Shen Yuan, seeing the numbers 30 and 35 above the heads of the old man and Zhu Wenting, smiled and took Fung Minghui to the company store. The store clerks, upon seeing Shen Yuan, thought he was an old customer and went to greet him. One of the saleswomen refused to serve Shen Yuan, considering him a bankrupt rich son of a bitch. Her co-worker threatened her. Meanwhile, Zhu Wenting picked out a bag and asked the old man to pay for it. The sales clerk hurriedly served Zhu Wanting, envying her quality customers. Another saleswoman offered Zhu Wenting an expensive jewelry set. Shen Yuan, ignoring them, told Fung Minghui not to be shy. Fung Minghui chose the bag, thinking that Shen Yuan's sister would like it. The saleswoman disdainfully pointed out the high cost of the bag. Zhu wanting to show her superiority, she asked the old man to buy her a jewelry set. The old man, realizing that he didn't have that kind of money, hesitated. Shen Yuan suddenly said that he would buy both the bags and jewelry set that Fung Minghui had chosen. The old man and Zhu Wenting were shocked. The saleswoman, who had previously been dismissive of Shen Yuan, changed her mind. She named the total amount of the purchase, 131,000 yuan. Shen Yuan, satisfied with the return of the money spent, handed over his card for payment. The saleswoman, happy about the large purchase, quickly packed the goods. Zhu Wenting, jealous of Shen Yuan, asked where he got the money from. The old man suggested that he had taken out a loan. Shen Yuan replied that he had enough money. Shen Yuan offered to buy another bag for Zhu Wenting to show his generosity. He reminded the old man of his expensive automobile. Zhu Wenting, incited by competition, asked the old man to prove his worthiness. The old man, not having enough money, pretended to get a call and walked out of the store. Zhu Wenting became angry. Shen Yuan, satisfied with the growing figures of negative emotions, completed the purchase and gave the bag to Fung Minghui. Fung Minghui refused to accept the bag, thinking it was too expensive. Shen Yuan gave her both bags, explaining that he wanted to apologize for the inconvenience caused to her because of the old man and Zhu Wenting. Fung Minghui hesitantly thanked Shen Yuan. Shen Yuan said that the second bag was also for her, although Fung Minghui thought it was for his sister. Shen Yuan explained that he wasn't sure if his sister would like the bags, but he knew that Fung Minghui liked them. Shen Yuan thought that if he bought the bags for his sister, she would scold him. He decided that it would be better to give them to Fung Minghui to get a refund. Fung Minghui, embarrassed, tried to refuse again. Shen Yuan grabbed Fung Minghui's hand and persuaded her to accept the bags, saying that they still had plenty of time. Fung Minghui gave in to the persuasion and accepted both bags. The system informed Shen Yuan that the mission had been successfully completed, awarding 15 negative points, tripling the money spent, and increasing the amount on the card sixfold. Shen Yuan, holding Fung Minghui's hand, decided that she was his cash cow, and he should protect her. He suggested that she return to school so as not to rush things. Fung Minghui appreciated his concern, comparing him to Li Xianping, who she thought would be more persistent. Outside the dormitory, Shen Yuan and Fung Minghui met a group of guys who were congratulating Li Xianping for getting the beauty of the class. Li Xianping, upon seeing Shen Yuan, deliberately talked loudly about the party he would throw. Shen Yuan returned to his dorm room. His roommate was upset with Li Xianping, who he thought was bragging about his relationship with Fung Minghui. The neighbor said that Fung Minghui went to the movies with Li Xianping, and they might be dating. Shen Yuan confidently replied that Fung Minghui would not be with Li Xianping. Shen Yuan turned on his computer and checked his account balance. He decided that he would probably go home to check the source of his income. At Shen Yuan's home, his uncle, Chen Yaode, demanded that the debt be repaid. Shen Yuan's father asked for an extension, promising to pay a portion of the amount. Shen Yuan's mother accused Chen Yaode of dishonesty, reminding him that they too had lent him money in times of need. Chen Yaode insisted on repaying the debt, threatening debt collection. Shen Yuan's father, trying to settle the conflict, offered to sell the jewelry. Chen Yuan's mother offered to sell the remaining jewelry to pay off the debt. At this point, the system gave Chen Yuan a temporary mission: pay off family or personal debt. Reward: double the amount owed, and $1 million for a car on the first payment of $200,000. Chen Yuan, overjoyed, decided to help his parents. Chen Yuan's mother noticed the missing 2 gold rings that Chen Yuan had previously sold to help Erdnan. Chen Yuan, feeling guilty, opened the door and announced that he had the money. Chen Yuan's parents didn't believe him, thinking he was joking. Chen Yuan showed them the receipt of $200,000 into the account. He explained that he had invested his pocket money in cryptocurrency. Chen Yuan's mother rejoiced, and his father offered to pay back Chen Yaode's debt immediately. Chen Yuan's father transferred the money and kicked Chen Yaode out of the house. Chen Yaode, surprised by the quick repayment of the debt, assumed that his cousin's business was profitable again. He regretted his action. At this moment, the system gave Chen Yuan a notice. The system confirmed Chen Yuan's fulfillment of the debt repayment mission and credited him 400,000 and 1,000 yuan. Chen Yuan calculated that he now had over $1 million in his account. Chen Yuan decided that he shouldn't give all the money to his parents, but rather use it to multiply. He offered his parents another 210,000, but his mother said he could do without it for now. Chen Yuan's father asked for 50,000. Chen Yuan, remembering how he himself had asked his father for money, smiled. Chen Yuan met Li Xiao and offered her dinner as a thank you for the previous treat. Behind Li Xiao's back, her sister Li Meng appeared and looked unkindly at Chen Yuan. Chen Yuan, frightened of Li Meng, refused dinner and ran away. Li Meng suspected Chen Yuan of dishonest intentions. Chen Yuan, remembering the money for a car, decided to invite Fung Minghui to pick out a car. Fung Minghui agreed. Fung Minghui's friend, after reading the message, got excited and assumed that Fung Minghui would not return to the dormitory. Fung Minghui blushed when her friend started teasing her. The friend said that Fung Minghui was lucky to find a rich, handsome man and playfully squeezed her breasts. Fung Minghui asked her to stop. An hour later, they arrived at the car dealership. An employee greeted them and offered to help them. At this moment, Qin Yang, a senior who had groomed Fung Minghui in high school, appeared. Qin Yang asked what they were doing here, and Fung Minghui introduced Chen Yuan as a classmate. Qin Yang invited them to inspect the cars, clearly doubting their ability to pay. Chen Yuan immediately pointed out the MCH model and asked for more details about it. Qin Yang enthusiastically invited them to inspect the exhibition machines, thinking that they wouldn't be able to afford such an expensive machine. Qin Yang, looking at Chen Yuan's simple clothes, thought that he was pretending to be a customer. He admired Fung Minghui and his successful life, deciding to invite her to meet him. Fung Minghui refused to meet, citing plans. Chen Yuan asked to arrange a test drive. Qin Yang, unhappy with the interference, replied that a test drive was not available. Chen Yuan, who was knowledgeable about cars, realized that Qin Yang was lying. He demanded another salesman and loudly addressed the front desk. Chen Na, a sales consultant, approached them and offered to help. Chen Yuan praised her. Qin Yang's co-worker wondered why he wasn't serving a customer. Qin Yang replied that he was lazy, so he figured Chen Na would work for free. He doubted that the student would buy the M9A. Colleague warned Qin Yang that he would regret it if the customer bought the car. Qin Yang replied that it was just a poor guy who wanted to impress a girl. Chen Na introduced the car professionally, talking about its intelligent design and autonomous driving functions. Chen Yuan appreciated her professionalism and thought about her appearance. Chen Na asked about the configuration and budget. Chen Yuan asked about the availability of the car since he wanted to pick it up today. Chen Na was surprised that he was willing to buy the car without much thought. Chen Na apologized, saying that the car was out of stock, but she could bring it from another store within a week. Chen Yuan agreed and said he would place the order today. Chen Na was flabbergasted. Chen Na suggested that Chen Yuan rest in the store and said that an advance payment of 50,000 yuan was needed. She went to get the contract. Back at the store, Qin Yang asked Chen Na what the customer said. Chen Na replied that he had bought a car. Qin Yang's co-workers did not believe that Chen Yuan bought the car. Qin Yang stated that Chen Yuan was faking and would not pay. A colleague with experience in sales was surprised at the speed of the transaction. Chen Na confirmed that Chen Yuan had bought the car and would pay the full amount. Qin Yang's colleague called him an idiot for missing the deal. Qin Yang became angry. After the paperwork was done, Chen Na offered Chen Yuan some help and asked him where he wanted to go. Fung Ming took Chen Yuan under her arm and said that they would call the car themselves. Chen Na felt embarrassed, thinking that she had upset the customer's girlfriend. Chen Yuan and Fung Ming went outside. Chen Yuan suggested that they go out to eat. Fung Ming pouted her lips, showing that she was displeased. Chen Yuan realized that something was wrong. Chen Yuan asked if Fung Ming was jealous. She replied that she wasn't. Chen Yuan said that she and Chen Na are just business partners. Fung Ming recalled that Chen Yuan had a long conversation with Chen Na and watched her moments. Chen Yuan explained that it was a habit. Fung Ming asked him not to do that again. Fung Ming thought that she needed to hold back Chen Yuan, who was spending money so lavishly. Chen Yuan promised that he wouldn't do it again and suggested that they go shopping. Fung Ming said that he had already bought her 2 bags. Chen Yuan replied that girls have a lot of bags. He thought that spending money on Fung Ming would bring him triple benefits. In the cafe, Chen Yuan asked what kind of drink Fung Ming wanted. She replied that it was cold. Chen Yuan thought that she meant something else. After 3 hours of shopping, Fung Ming was wearing jewelry and carrying a new bag. The reading above her head had increased to 81. She thought that Chen Yuan was too generous. Chen Yuan Bank's system beeped with a notification. Chen Yuan saw the receipt of 252,000 yuan on his phone and rejoiced at the double refund from the system. He calculated that even after buying the car, he had more than 16 million left. Chen Yuan suggested that Fung Ming not return to the dormitory. She agreed. In the hotel room, Fung Ming was texting with her friend, hiding where she was. Chen Yuan got out of the shower and asked if she was ready. Fung Ming sent a message to her friend, asking her to tell her that she was at her relative's house. She told Chen Yuan that she hadn't showered yet. Chen Yuan pinned Fung Ming to the bed. Fung Ming embarrassed, asked him to be gentle. After the intimacy, Fung Ming thought that things were not so terrible. Chen Yuan, on the other hand, was tired and noted that he needed to practice more. Fung Ming asked Chen Yuan to repeat their intimacy. Chen Yuan asked her to wait. In the morning, Chen Yuan returned to the dormitory and remembered his debt to Li Yuheng. The roommate told Chen Yuan about the meeting of friends organized by Li Xianpeng, who bought the car. Chen Yuan refused to go to the meeting. At this moment, Li Yuheng wrote to him, inviting him to dinner. The system gave Chen Yuan a mission. Invest the 1,000 yuan he would receive. Any return on investment would be doubled. Chen Yuan decided to invest in Li Yuheng's bar, which is currently under renovation. Chen Yuan replied to Li Yuheng that he would come to dinner. In the VIP room of the South Scenery Bar, Cheng Lun and his friends are unhappy with the wait. Li Yuheng calms them down by saying that Chen Yuan will be here soon. Lin Guangyao resented Li Yuheng for inviting Chen Yuan, whose family had gone bankrupt. Li Yuheng reminded him that he himself was paying for the evening and that Chen Yuan was his childhood friend. Lin Guangyao resigned himself to waiting. He shifted his attention to Shi Haiji and asked why his girlfriend hadn't arrived yet. Shi Haiji replied that she was in traffic and would be here soon. Lin Guangyao thought that he had a chance to win Shi Haiji's girlfriend. Chen Yuan finally appeared and apologized for being late. Li Yuheng asked about the reason for being late. Chen Yuan replied that he got caught in a traffic jam because of a cab driver. Li Yuheng advised him to file a complaint. Lin Guangyao contemptuously thought that Chen Yuan came by cab while they all came by their cars. Lin Guangyao quipped that Chen Yuan had come by cab. At this moment, Chen Na, Shi Haqiao's girlfriend, appeared. Shi Haqiao introduced Chen Na, who works at the 4S car dealership, and suggested contacting her if anyone needs a car. Chen Na was surprised when she saw Chen Yuan, but decided to pretend that they didn't know each other. Li Yuheng, after having a drink, proposed to his friends to invest in his new bar. saying he needed about 700,000 yuan. Lin Guangyao, Shi Haqiao, and Zhao Zhengang, each in their own thoughts, were in no hurry to agree to the investment. Li Yuheng, frustrated by his friend's silence, asked why they weren't answering. Lin Guangyao offered to chip in a few thousand each to help with the working capital. Shi Haqiao seconded him. Zhao Zhengang thought that investing in Li Yuheng's bar was money thrown away. Li Yuheng, disappointed, thought that he had overestimated his friends. Li Yuheng clarified that it was an investment, not a loan. Lin Guangyao proposed to continue the party. Chen Yuan, watching Li Yuheng's friends, thought that they were useless. Li Yuheng decided to leave. Chen Yuan offered to invest 700,000. Li Yuheng's friends didn't believe him. Li Yuheng's friends began to mock Chen Yuan, doubting his ability to pay. Chen Na, watching what was happening, was surprised as she knew that Chen Yuan was rich. She wanted to help, but she was afraid of doing harm. Chen Yuan showed Li Yuheng the confirmation of the 700,000 transfer. Li Yuheng, Lin Guangyao, and Chen Na were shocked by the amount they saw. One of the guys asked what was in the message. Lin Guangyao, frightened, said that he was in trouble at home and had to leave. Shi Haqiao asked what was going on. Lin Guangyao replied for him to leave as well. Lin Guangyao, angry at Chen Yuan, thought that the latter was pretending to be poor on purpose. He was also surprised at Li Yuheng's reaction. Lin Guangyao, upon seeing the message, hurriedly left. The others followed suit. Shi Haqiao, perplexed, asked why everyone was leaving. Chen Na said that they should leave too. Shi Haqiao asked how Chen Na knew about the message. Chen Na revealed that Chen Yuan had bought a McLaren from her. Shi Haqiao, shocked, accused Chen Na of not telling him about the rich client. Chen Nu broke off her relationship with Shi Haqiao. Li Yuheng, overjoyed, told Chen Yuan that he was rich. Chen Yuan replied that now they knew who they could trust. Chen Yuan invited Li Yuheng to tell Li Yuheng about the bar plan. They began to discuss the details. Li Yuheng praised Chen Yuan's business acumen. Chen Yuan said that he didn't have time to constantly monitor the bar, and they needed to find a suitable place. Chen Na wrote that the car would arrive soon. Chen Yuan asked her to take her time and invited her to a meeting to discuss the details. Chen Na, after recognizing Chen Yuan, thought to use the sugar daddy system to make money. Chen Yuan, deciding to utilize the sugar daddy system to the maximum, sent Chen Na the address of the meeting place. Chen Na arrived at the restaurant before the scheduled time. Zheng Jingyang, the general manager of the car dealership where Chen Na works, walked into the restaurant. Zheng Jingyang decided to take the opportunity to flirt with Chen Na. Zheng Jingyang told his companions that he had business to attend to, and they dispersed. Zheng Jingyang's companions discussed whether Chen Na would accept his advances. Zheng Jingyang's colleagues assumed that Chen Na had come to meet him. Shi Haqiao overheard the conversation and suspected something wrong. Zheng Jingyang approached Chen Na and offered to join her. Chen Na refused, citing a meeting with a friend. Zheng Jingyang, confident, insisted on his presence. Chen Na reminded him of his family. Zheng Jingyang proposed a divorce. Shi Haqiao, who was looking for Chen Na, became angry when he saw them together. Shi Haqiao stormed into the restaurant and accused Chen Na and Zheng Jingyang of cheating. Chen Na was surprised. Zheng Jingyang, annoyed, asked who Shi Haqiao was. Shi Haqiao punched Zheng Jingyang. Zheng Jingyang grabbed Shi Haqiao by the collar, asking how dare he beat him. Chen Yuan, upon seeing the fight, was surprised by Shi Haqiao's presence. He decided that Chen Na was in danger and took her away. Chen Na, at the wheel, recounted what had happened. She was upset. Chen Yuan suggested that Chen Na quit her job. She replied that it was difficult for her to find a new job. Passing by a flower store, Chen Na said she wanted to open a cafe. Chen Yuan offered to invest in the cafe if she didn't have enough money. Chen Na, not believing him, said that she would then quit her job and work for him. Chen Yuan suggested that Chen Na quit tomorrow, and he will invest 300,000 in the cafe. The number above Chen Na's head jumped up to 64. Chen Yuan rejoiced as he saw it as a money tree. Chen Na did not believe Chen Yuan, but he confirmed his words and offered her to work for him. After opening the cafe, he would pay 12,000 yuan a month plus commission. After 3 months, if things went well, he would give her a 200,000 car. Her eyes lit up, but she wondered if he wanted to make her a mistress. She didn't want to be someone else's property. Chen Yuan assured her that he wanted to open a chain of cafes and that they would have a boss-subordinate relationship. Chen Na promised to think about it. At this time, a message came from Fung Ming, who invited him for a drink. He agreed, but warned him to know the measure. After saying goodbye to Chen Na, he went to the Dafu Hao Hotel, room 808. Fung Ming was already waiting for him. She hugged him and told him that she missed him. He replied that he missed her too. Suddenly, she noticed someone else's perfume. He explained that it was from the female employees at the car dealership. Fung Ming believed it, but warned him not to look for other women without her knowledge and to stay away from that female employee. Chen Yuan agreed, but thought that the mission of the system was to spend money on women and earn returns, and he couldn't limit himself to one. Fung Ming offered to go take a shower, but Chen Yuan offered to wait. She undressed, saying that she couldn't shower with her clothes on. Chen Yuan undressed and said he liked her body odor. Fung Ming blushed and agreed. They made love. After 2 hours, Fung Ming suggested to continue. Chen Yuan was embarrassed and said that he wanted to take a shower. The system issued a mission completion notification and awarded him 1V Silk, a 1 million bonus, a 1 million consumption card, and a random ability card. He was shocked, but decided that 1 million was better than a lottery win and would help pay off his debts. What the random ability card was, he didn't understand. Sure enough, here's the corrected and edited script. Now I'll be able to dominate everything? Chen Yuan thought as he looked at Fung Ming lying on the bed. I'm sorry, Ming I have to get up. No longer will you take advantage of me, but I will take advantage of you, he decided. Chen Yuan quickly chose a random ability card. All. The fatigue disappeared. He felt a surge of energy and thought that the 90 favor reward was great. The system is practical in distributing rewards, giving what is needed, but the favor should reach 90, he pondered. Although Li Xiao's favor is over 60, it's still a long way from Hui's level. Long-legged Chen Na in black stockings has also gained more than 60. We need to proceed gradually. I wonder when the next girl with 90 favor will appear. All right, I'll test this ability first, he thought. Chen Yuan walked over to Fung Ming and called out to her quietly. She asked in surprise what was wrong, and wasn't he going to take a shower? Chen Yuan grabbed her hand and said that he had changed his mind. He turned to her and she corrected her pose. He gently took her hand and got down to business. A wave of pleasure overwhelmed Fung Ming and she exclaimed that something was wrong. Chen Na, excited, called a friend and told her that Chen Yuan had offered her $300,000 to open a cafe and a car for $200,000. A friend asked if Chen Yuan was cheating on her. Chen Na replied that he had already bought her a car. A friend was surprised that such a young guy was driving a luxury car and asked if he was handsome. Chen Na blushed and said yes. The friend said that if Chen Yuan is rich, handsome, and young, there is nothing to worry about. Chen Na said that she is older than him. The friend replied that the age difference doesn't matter. Chen Na added that Chen Yuan has a girlfriend. The friend said that a girl is not a wife and suggested that Chen Na intercept Chen Yuan. Chen Na was shocked. Her friend suggested that she introduce her to Chen Yuan. The friend said that she would leave her boyfriend if Chen Yuan wanted to support her. She said she was joking and said goodbye. Chen Na hung up the phone and thought about Chen Yuan. 40 minutes had passed. Chen Yuan and Fung Ming were lying on the bed. She, out of breath, asked why this time was different from the previous times. He lazily pulled himself up and asked if it was stronger. She embarrassedly muttered, and pulled the blanket over her face, recognizing that they had done it twice in 40 minutes. Chen Yuan whispered in her ear if she liked it and suggested they do it again. She sat down, embarrassed, and he suggested she take the initiative. She blushed and said she didn't know how. He smiled softly, put his arm around her and told her she would learn. She quietly murmured, as if agreeing. He kissed her lightly, and she blushed, calling him a bad boy, and jumped on top of him. The next day, after Fung Ming left for school, Chen Yuan stretched out on the bed. He stated that he had no classes in the morning and could sleep. Suddenly, he sat up holding a lottery ticket and a phone and shouted that he needed to check if he had gotten rich. He checked every number, muttering that he guessed all but the last blue number 1. Then he yelled that he had won 68 million. He jumped out of bed, tossed the blankets in the air, and decided to tell his parents the good news since they were living in poverty after the company went bankrupt. Chen Yuan returned home, shouting excitedly. His mother told him not to make any noise. He asked about his father and asked him to call him as he had an important matter to attend to. Mom, suspecting something amiss, came out. Chen Yuan motioned for her to sit down and announced that they were rich. He had won 68 million. Mom didn't believe it. Father told him to concentrate on his studies. Chen Yuan gave his father a lottery, ticket, and a phone. He checked the numbers and shouted with joy. Mom awed. Father confirmed that it was 68 million. Chen Yuan said that after tax, they would have more than 5 million, enough to pay off debts and improve their lives. Mom said that the son will go down in the family history and offered to celebrate. Chen Yuan said he wanted to start a business. His father approved and suggested he use the prize money, but he and his mom would help if he went bust. Chen Yuan said he would take $1 million and they would keep the rest. Father grinned and nodded. Mom said she would support him. The scene changed to Zheng Jingyang with bruises on his face. He told Chen Na that she knows why he called her out and pointed to his face, saying it was her boyfriend's doing. Chen Na said they broke up and suggested he look for him. Zheng Jingyang objected, saying that the debt should be returned to the right person. Zheng Jingyang accused Chen Na of beating him up because of her. He thought he could use the situation to get her. Chen Na replied that the fight had nothing to do with her. Zheng Jingyang suspended her from working with clients for a month. Chen Na became indignant. Zheng Jingyang replied that he is the CEO and decides everything. Zheng Jingyang thought that by depriving her of her commission, he would force her to comply. Chen Na quit her job. Zheng Jingyang tried to stop her. Chen Na thought that working for Chen Yuan was the way out. Chen Na wrote to Chen Yuan that she had quit her job and offered to look at premises for a cafe. Chen Yuan was overjoyed. He came to Li Xiao's place to help her move. Li Xiao asked Chen Yuan to help move the closet. Chen Yuan took the books off the top shelf. Li Xiao, trying to reach, touched it. Li Xiao was embarrassed and thought that Chen Yuan had a thing for her. Li Xiao's face turned red and she asked if it was already finished. Chen Yuan took out his documents and replied that yes. Suddenly, a voice came from outside and a group of students walked in. Seeing Li Xiao's red face, they were surprised. Chen Yuan asked them to move the cabinet. The group quickly set to work. Li Xiao walked to the corner and thought that it was good that the students came later, otherwise it would have been awkward. Chen Yuan is getting bolder. At home is one thing, but in the office, she thought. Li Xiao put her hand to her chest and thought she felt aroused. No, Chen Yuan is a disciple, she thought. Chen Yuan wondered why the teacher's favor had grown to 71. He thought that maybe it was because of the touch. We should come more often, he thought. The scene shifted to Saturday. At a cafe near the school, several girls asked Li Shenpeng if it was true that he paid $280,000 for a car right away, and that he was driving a BBA while still in school. Li Shenpeng thought that Fung Mingwei rejected him for nothing, because he has many women. He said that some even looked down on BBA. The girls said he was complaining and envied his family. Li Shenpeng felt important. Then he saw Chen Na sitting outside and froze. What a girl, he thought. Li Xianpeng admired Chen Na's legs and wondered who her boyfriend could be. Seeing the Maylane M9 car, he proudly replied that it was a tops model. Suddenly, Chen Yuan appeared, surprising everyone. A girl asked why he was driving such a car since his family went bankrupt. Chen Na waved at him, and Li Xianpeng stood up. She smiled at Chen Yuan and said that the boss would be here soon. The girl informed Li Xianpeng that Chen Yuan and Chen Na had something. Li Xianpeng gritted his teeth in envy. The owner of the cafe, Lin Yucheng, walked over, and Chen Yuan shook her hand. Lin Yucheng praised him and offered to discuss the transfer of the store. She named a price of 300,000. Chen Yuan offered 250,000. Lin Yucheng agreed. She asked if they could sign the contract and transfer the money today. Chen Yuan replied that they could. Lin Yucheng introduced Chen Yuan as the new boss. Chen Yuan asked Chen Na to introduce him to the store. The girl at Li Xianpeng's table told her friend that Chen Yuan was buying the store for Chen Na. Li Xianpeng was jealous, but there was nothing he could do. Lin Yucheng stepped aside for a call, and Chen Na whispered to Chen Yuan that Lin Yucheng was Zheng Xiangyong's wife. Chen Yuan was surprised. Chen Na said that she had records of his harassment and wanted to use her salary to expose him. Chen Yuan offered to take the case as he promised to expose him without harming Lin Yucheng. Chen Na thanked him. Chen Yuan transferred 250,000 to Lin Yucheng and 50,000 to Chen Na, including 2 months' salary and capital for the store. At this moment, a system notification appeared. The system reported that Chen Yuan used all 1,000 investment funds, completed the task, upgraded the investment level to main investor, and activated the sequential task. He will receive 10,000 for further investment. Reward for Mission 1. The investment income will triple. Reward for Mission 2. After completing the investment, a mysterious property. Chen Yuan was surprised. He hadn't expected the surprise. The investment principal had increased by 10 times, and he was curious to know what the mysterious property was. Lin Yucheng finished talking, said that she had received the money, wished for cooperation, and left. Chen Yuan shook her hand, thinking that she had a soft hand and retained the charm of someone else's wife. A misplaced thought flashed through his mind. Chen Yuan smiled and said that they would meet again. Half an hour later, at an upscale restaurant, Chen Na asked if he came here often since the restaurant was expensive. Chen Yuan replied that he didn't often, and that today was a holiday. Chen Na blushed, deciding that Chen Yuan was a tough nut to crack. Chen Yuan asked Chen Na to move over to him. She sat down, and Chen Yuan put his arm around her waist, thinking that it was time to recoup the investment. Chen Na blushed, thinking that he wanted to earn money for the cafe. She remembered Lin Yuesheng's words and decided that she could only offer him herself. Chen Yuan's hand continued to grope her breasts. Chen Na reminded her that the waiter would be coming soon. Chen Yuan said that the food would be served for a long time and started caressing her. Chen Na involuntarily moaned. 10 minutes later, there was a knock and announced that the food was ready. Chen Na was startled, and they pulled away. Chen Yuan called for the waiter. After serving the dishes, Chen Yuan chose a meal for her. Chen Na thought that Chen Yuan was handsome but bad since he was having fun on the side. She sighed, deciding that it was too late to think about it. After 40 minutes, they finished eating. The cashier called out the amount of 2,652 yuan. Chen Yuan, scanning the code, thought that the system would triple the refund and he would earn 5,304 yuan. Chen Na thought that one lunch is equal to the commission from the sale of a car, and that the rich spend 2,000 yuan like she spent 20 yuan. Walking around, she told Chen Yuan that she wanted to go back to the cafe to find out the situation and go to work tomorrow. Chen Yuan said it was already 8:30 and she would be late. He suggested that she rest and go tomorrow. Chen Na blushed and agreed. She asked him to take her home. Chen Yuan agreed to do so. Upon arrival, Chen Na got out of the car, thanked him, and said goodbye. Chen Yuan asked if he could go up for a drink of water. Chen Na replied that it was inconvenient. Chen Na was nervous, thinking that they were moving too fast. Chen Yuan asked if there was another man in the house. Chen Na said that she and Shi Haiji had broken up. Chen Yuan smiled and said he would just drink some water. Chen Na asked if he would definitely leave afterward. Chen Yuan said yes, unless she wanted to leave him. Chen Na looked at him doubtfully. As soon as the door opened, Chen Yuan hugged her and pressed her against the door. Chen Na blushed and pushed him away. Chen Yuan lifted her skirt and said he would drink water. They started caressing. At this time, a black car pulled up. Shi Hakiao thought that Chen Na had quit because of him and he wanted her back. Standing outside the house, he saw that the lights were off, so he decided to leave the flowers by the door. He thought Chen Na would realize that the flowers were from him, but as he approached the door, he heard intimate sounds. Shi Hakiao didn't believe that it was Chen Na's voice. He started banging on the door and shouted for Chen Yuan to come out. Chen Yuan, who was busy caressing, thought it was Shi Hakiao and wondered why he was interfering. Chen Na heard a noise and asked who was knocking. Chen Yuan said that she had imagined it. He picked her up in his arms and carried her to the bedroom. Chen Na asked to be gentle. Chen Yuan replied that he would be. Shi Haikiao's bouquet of roses fell to the ground. He sank to the floor, thinking that Chen Na was lost to him. He sobbed, asking him to use protection. An hour later, Chen Na said that it was pleasant but tiring. Suddenly, Chen Yuan flipped her over. Chen Na cried out. Chen Yuan thought that he could use his energy. He thought that Chen Na was conservative, and he liked that. After a night, Chen Yuan woke up. He smelled the smell of breakfast. Chen Na was cooking. Chen Yuan looked out the window and thought that Chen Na is caring, and it is not the same as in a hotel. The voice of the system rang out. A perfect life requires a house. Buy a house for Chen Na and the money will double. There will be a secret house after the purchase. The return may increase depending on the favor. Chen Yuan exclaimed that the system was generous. He imagined that the secret house was a villa. He needs to find more girls. Chen Na said that breakfast is ready. Chen Yuan got up, went out, and thought about what rewards he would get if the favor reaches 90. He asked if there would only be breakfast. Chen Na blushed and said that last night was enough and it was now daytime. Chen Yuan said that she would make breakfast and he would eat the other. The kitchen utensils fell from Chen Na's hands. Chen Yuan whispered that they will go buy a house, and he will give it to her. Chen Na exclaimed in surprise. Oh, I wish I could get paid for spending money on someone. Would you want something like that? Write about it in the comments. If you made it to the end, write the secret word, bank, in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give it a like. See you soon, and bye-bye.